Hi you guys, welcome back to another Real Emotions message. I'm just out here at the park. I feel really nervous for some reason. I don't know why. I feel nervous because I am inviting you guys into my life. And this is like one of my sacred places that I go. So the fact that you guys are here is a little nerve-wracking. The fact that I'm letting you into my life is nerve-wracking. Letting you into my mind. But I've had a lot of things on my heart, and I'm determined to do what I feel like I need to do when it comes to making decisions for my life. And one of the decisions was coming up with this series. So today, I thought it was perfect to talk about perfection and how we always have this false sense of security in finding perfection. By the way, if you're new here, this is episode 18. And if you have not seen any of the previous Real Emotions episodes, this is season 1. And you can definitely check that out in the playlist tab under Real Emotions series. But welcome back, everyone who's returning. And I want to just, as always, say thank you so much to all of you guys for your support, for your love, for your words of encouragement. I know that some of the things that I do might not make sense, but it's what I have to do, and it's what I love to do. Being myself and doing what makes me feel comfortable, but not residing in a place of like false security or codependency from a comfort level. I enjoy unexpected things or getting out of my comfort zone. And there are a lot of things that I strive to do, but the basis of this episode is about perfection and how me just sitting out here looking at this water, looking at this stream, it goes far. It goes really far. All the way down. And I want to go far, right? So I'm sitting here thinking about it. What does it take to go far? It takes flow. You have to have a flow. You have to go with the flow. Down a little ways back, where I first come into the stream, it's a little bit of a more gentle flow. Where I am right now, it's very fast, it's very harsh paced. But then a little bit further down, it slows down. So in order to continue moving forward, I've realized, and I want all of you guys who have been guided to this message to realize, that you just have to go with the flow. You have to go with your own flow. You have to hear the beat of your drum and dance vigorously to that bitch, okay? I'm gonna read what I wrote from this channel message, what I received. Being an overachiever and how a fixation on perfection can diminish the quality of your life. Every time I try to stick to a goal, but want things to be how I pictured, things turn out all wrong. Just let it go, let loose, let off some steam. The key to avoiding addiction is moderation and balance, without violence or harm of yourself or another person. So I know that might have sounded a little weird, but if you know, you know. And I feel like not the last episode, but episode 14, when we talked about going cold turkey, right? I had all these big dreams. Listen, I don't care what it is that you're battling with or struggling with. I don't care what it is that you feel like you can't overcome. You can overcome it. And all you have to do is go with the flow. This water is just shining so brightly. And it looks so beautiful. And the wind is what carries the water down the stream. Gravity and earth is what carries the water down the stream. The movement of the sun and the moon is what carries the water down the stream. All of those things with the water being carried down the stream helps the leaves and the trees and the bushes and the animals to grow. As does the sun. And as does the air when you think of pollination. Everything works in harmony and in unison. We all have a birth chart. We all have zodiacs. We all have placements. But what I've realized and what I'm starting to see for my life, because I can't speak for you and your life, but what I'm starting to see for my life is that the more I allow those energies and those properties of all 12 zodiac signs, of gravity and earth and air and water and wind and sun and everything, the more I allow that nature to flow through me and make decisions in a way that nature would make decisions, then everything is like prospering. There's a section of the water that's separated by rocks and leaves. When it's cold, there's less water out here. When it's hot, like in the summertime, there's a lot more water out here. And I used to cross over to the other side right there. But you see that little bend? The water is going off on its own right there. It's amazing how it's floating. It got separated from its natural source, but it didn't worry itself about that. It found and carved out another way to flow back to where it needs to be. That really hit me because, you know, when we talk about addictions and when we talk about codependency and when we talk about all of these things that, you know, drive the tarot community, it's like you have to think about why. Why is that there? Well, I feel that it's there because sometimes you need to stray away. You need to stray away to be able to come back into alignment. Sometimes if you continue on the path and you don't necessarily see what's coming, you get distracted. You may get caught in a stagnant place, in a puddle. You may have to take a slight detour. But the point is that you keep flowing and you keep going. I definitely am not perfect. So when it comes to that whole 6-month thing, child, I'm not trying to be negative about myself, but what I am being is truthful. And I have a problem with perfection. I want things to be perfect. And that's why I got the message that I got. I have a tendency to want things to turn out the way that I pictured them turning out. Not knowing that the way that I pictured them turning out, the way that I pictured things turning out might not be the way that they need to turn out. It's taking consistent practice for me not to have that mentality. But looking at this stream flowing past me, the leaves that come periodically through the water, they're not concerned about where the water is taking them. They know that they're going to end up wherever they're supposed to go. And the water doesn't worry about any blockages. The water collects itself until, ooh, child, I saw it in my eye. The water collects itself like to the point where it has enough strength to move in another direction. And then it collects itself in that direction. And then it moves in another direction, but it always brings itself back home. It always brings itself back to the source. Even when you think of a tree, it's rooted in the ground. It's connected to a source. It's connected to the source of all energy, the earth. However, even if its leaves float off its branches or the seeds blow in the wind, it still becomes rerooted. It's just very nice. 11:01 was just on the timer. It's really nice to be out in nature. So for those of you who found this message, I just feel that whatever you needed to hear, I hope you heard it. Whatever you need to do, I hope you do it. And whatever you need to see, I hope you see it. Whatever it is you need to hear, I hope you hear it. Ooh. I hope you find the peace that you need. I pray that you have the resources that you need to survive with you and your family. I pray that you have peace in your heart to have pure intentions in order to elevate whatever it is that you see for your life. I hope that you're happy with who you are and who you're becoming. Because I'm happy with who I am and who I'm becoming. And the more that I feel that way, the more I want to share that with you guys. And I know a lot of you guys don't appreciate it, but those of you who find this message and do, you're finding yourself too. And I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. There's only so much struggle that you can go through in life. There's only so much pain that you can go through in life before you get tired of it. And that determines how your future is going to play out. It's about how you react to the trauma that's inevitable. I'm proud of myself because I'm learning how to react to the trauma in a more productive way. I'm proud of all of you who leave positive feedback and comments. I do have to say, though, to please understand that as you're watching these videos, it's delayed from when I actually recorded them. And while I definitely understand all of your love and concern, I want you to know that I'm good. This is a documentation for the youth, whoever that age might be when they find this video. This is a documentation for people my age, people older than me. This is a documentation for any wandering souls who were drawn here and looking for some type of confirmation about what their thoughts are telling them and where they are on their journey. So keep that in mind when you watch these videos. And remember that you don't have to be perfect. As long as you take action each and every single day. See, my throat chakra. As long as you take action each and every single day. Never let anybody talk you out of something that you know you need to do. Never let anybody tell you that you can't accomplish one of your goals. Never let your own fears, anxieties, and trepidation, I feel is the word. What does that word mean? Hey Siri, what does trepidation mean?
Trepidation means a feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
No, thank you. The remaining one said trembling motion. So yeah, the fear or agitation about something that may happen. Something that may happen. Something that's not guaranteed to happen, but something that you're collecting in your mind. There are a lot of times where when things didn't go according to plan for me, according to my plan, that I created scenarios and things in my mind that were unhealthy and unrealistic to what the situation really was. I created possibilities and tangents that took me down a quite negative road. I don't want to live that way anymore. I refuse to live a life of fear. I'm putting my feet in the water. I refuse. I refuse to live a life of fear. I had some out-of-body experiences this week, and it really was beautiful. And I feel that it's because when you consistently make an effort towards what you see for your future, what you want for your life, and you try to wake up every day living that and feeling that and knowing that without a shadow of a doubt, beyond any disbelief that that's what you know for your life and that's what you deserve for your life, it creates this level of peace over you that's indescribable. You know, some of you might have watched this show, but it was called The Wheel of Time, or Wheels of Time, Wheel of Time. And it made me think about the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like that's what that's what it's about, but it's such a good show. And I literally just watched all the episodes last night. It's only 3 right now. It's on Amazon Prime. So leave it in the comments if you've watched that show. But it's so relevant. And it made me think, like, no matter what time period that you're in, no matter what phase or cycle of life you are in, the cycle's always the same. What changes and what should be adapting is how you handle it. If you want to have a better relationship, if you want to have more money, if you want to be more loving of yourself, if you want to have more confidence, whatever it is that you see for your life, it's all the same cycle, just in different categories. So if you learn how to master one category, you can learn how to master another. And when you think about wanting more money, or you think about wanting a family, or wanting a spouse, or having better friendships, you still have to go with the flow. It's like, regardless of whatever situation or tribulation that you have to allow the energy to flow through you. Because if you become a barrier, you just pretty much block the progression, the natural progression that is your life. I don't know. I just feel like those of you who found this message or found these messages, I feel like you need to hear it. I feel like you're on a very deep spiritual journey. I feel that there have been a lot of things that have hurt you, and there have been a lot of things that you're working to overcome. But just remember that it's not about perfection. It's about taking the ride. Are you going to take the ride, or are you going to stay stagnant? That's the question that you have to ask yourself at this point. And if you really want what you want, and you see it for yourself, and you know it to be true, you have to take the ride. And you have to allow the ride to take you. That was deep. Damn. Well, if y'all have any feedback, y'all know I love to hear it. Leave it in the comments below, you guys. Thank y'all so much for all your love and support, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Thank y'all so much for being here with me through this journey. And I just pray that you find what you need, the peace that you need, the understanding and clarity that you need on your individual journey as well, okay? So until next time, you guys, peace, bye.